What's going on, guys? John back here with another episode of Patriots franchise. And if you watched last episode, you know we had a very abysmal game against the Browns, which only one player played good, and that was our superstar breakout, Anthony Dorsey, who did play great. So he is now one development trait higher. He's a 79 overall. We want him to keep getting better catching, but the ability we will give him will be we'll just give him the energy one. I don't even remember what it was called. But yeah, so the reason we haven't simmed to next week is because if you watched it in the last episode, like I just said, we want to trade some people. We're not good this year, so some of these better players we might trade. Jawan Bentley, you know, Mike Gesicki, even though we just re-signed him. J.C. Jackson, maybe Mostert or Dietrich Wise. As the first trade just went through, Mike Gesicki, Jawan Bentley, a second and seventh this year and a sixth next year for a first and a third this year from the Colts. I know Mike Gesicki, we just signed him to an extension, but he really has dropped the ball a ton. So keeping him has no value for us. And then the one other guy I wanted to definitely get rid of was Poona Ford. Obviously, it's one of them. But Poona Ford and where is he? He's not on here. I already passed him. J.C. Jackson. If we just plug these guys into a trade finder, Zaire Franklin comes up, but he's older. None of these guys really interest me, so I will see if I can find a trade I can make myself to get this to go through. As J.C. Jackson is gone, we trade him to the Cardinals for a third this year and a fourth next year. And then the last player that it will probably go for our fire sale will be Poona Ford. That's not what I wanted to click. So we will see what we can get for Poona Ford, because obviously he's not going to get a ton of playtime, especially since Derek Notty's been playing better. So Poona Ford will be the last one to go. And Poona Ford is gone as well for a third and a fifth next year. Now we're going to probably pick up some guys in free agency just to cover those spots. We're not really going for the Super Bowl or playoffs, but we obviously can't go for number one overall picks. So we're kind of just going to go with guys that could play okay. Maybe some younger guys that could perform. Trey Brown will bring you in to cover for J.C. Jackson's absence. D tackle will get like a really young guy. Zach Pickens, basically just going to come in to keep us steady. Middle linebacker. Let's see who's up here. Tyrell Dotson will bring you up. And then, who was the other guy I traded? I already forgot. Oh, Mike Gesicki. So, I guess we could re-bring in Pharaoh Brown, but I think instead we'll bring in Taysom Hill just to see what he can do. So, that is what the team is going to do at the trade deadline. We'll do best lineup again. See what happens. Not great. This team scares me. We didn't end up trading Quez Watkins. Didn't think it was worthwhile. I'm also going to change our defensive scheme because into a 4-3 because otherwise there is going to be problems. So we'll go with that. Marte Mapu will be our starting middle linebacker. Keanu Neal's here too. But I'd rather see Davis and Notty play than Tyrell Dotson, if that's his name. I already forgot. I also have to remember to put Duggar back in the sub linebacker spot. Nope, I keep clicking the wrong button. Right. And then I guess I can just skip to next week and then we'll see what comes up. Yeah, nothing important. Depth chart. I'm also going to look at third down back because Raheem Mostert doesn't get any play time. I think we're going to keep Ramondre there, but just if Ramondre starts to suck, which he won't, but if he does, we can always move him there. John Mechie didn't get any targets last week, but we'll see. But weekly strategy. Oh yeah, I forgot last time we faced Devon A-Chain, he torched us. We're going to go outside. And we'll do run outside. And I will be right back after I complete all of these. So we're simming through training. Hopefully no more injuries. I can't stand another bad game, especially playing a team like the Dolphins. Because if we play a team like the Dolphins, we will get smoked if any important people get injured. Nope, we're good. So we will now play the Dolphins away this time. Like it couldn't get any worse from the last time. You know, I don't know what happened to Christian Gonzalez, but he has just completely fallen off a cliff. He started off the season with 4 picks in 4 games, and now he can't do anything. So, Chris Thomas, I need you to catch in traffic more, so we're going to give you possession. There we go, ton of stuff. And Trey Brown and Taysom Hill, they don't really need to get anything. All right, so we're going to hop into the game, and it is Dolphins, Patriots. Our overall dropped 2, thanks to us trading away Jawan Bentley, some other people. But we're here in Hard Rock for probably another blowout. Tyreek Hill put up 110 yards on 9 receptions. Hey, Dorsey did better, so it's Mac Jones, Ramondre Stevenson, and then who are you going to show for defense? Devon Godshaw? That's not even Devon Godshaw. I think it was Devon Godshaw. I have no idea. Here we go. Who gets the opening kickoff? We will kick it deep. Chad Ryland's going to kick it to... I don't know who is their return man. Here we go. Kneeled in the end zone. You know what? Let's see if we can upset the division leaders. That'd be really funny, because we're not really tanking. We can't tank. We need the Texans to tank, because us tanking does nothing. Tyrell Dodson already out here. Marte Mapu's also getting play time. Mapu will hopefully get a ton more play time. Wow, Jalen Carter, first play, takes Jalen Waddle back 2 yards. That's a great start. As Tua will throw A-Chain. We're going to try and not let A-Chain break the rushing record again. He was, what, 5th all-time? This is his last game against us. Tyrell Dodson with a good tackle, but 3rd and 6. Do not let him get a first. Tua throws a pick. Kyle Duggar. I read it like a book. And we finally get a turnover. We have not had a turnover in like 3 games. And I read it perfectly with Kyle Duggar, and we get the ball. Look at this. Read it perfectly. They tried throwing it for, who even is that? I don't know. I think it's their rookie. No, Laviska Shenault. And Kyle Duggar gets his first pick on the year. Here's Mac Jones. Boy, Mac Jones. 10 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. His completion percentage is under 500, I believe. See if you can find your new superstar receiver, Dorsey. 1st and 10. We're going to start off with the pass. And Max hit immediately. Jerome Baker is unblocked, and we are hit. All right, we're going to try and send Douglas underneath. Okay, we've got open field here. Mac Jones going to run for 23 yards. There we go. That's what we need to see. We're going to try a jailbreak screen to Juju. Hopefully we can gain something. Otherwise, we are in field goal range. So Juju on the screen pass is going to get the 1st and more. Huge play. We get down to the 13. And great job. We're going to try left side run. Come on, Ramondre. Just get around the edge. Ramondre can't get the 1st. Okay. Here's the snap. We're going to fire to Mario Douglas. And Douglas is down inside the 1-yard line as Cole Strange is now injured. Well, at least we won't get any random holding calls. But now I think we finally need to give Ramondre another touch. Ramondre hasn't been getting a ton of touches recently as we've been trying to target our rookie, and Ramondre Stevenson has a touchdown. And easy first touchdown. And Chad Ryland will come in and nail the extra point like he always does. And we take the lead. Upper arm fracture for Cole Strange. Wow. I guess we're going to get sacked a lot. Oh well. I guess we'll survive. Ryland will send it deep. And hopefully we can keep stuffing them, though I doubt it. We almost never play continuously good defense. Maybe this is a change. Trey Brown is playing over Mapu. And A-Chain gets blown up by Jabril Peppers. Obviously, another big loss for these teams. This team. No middle linebacker in Juwan Bentley. No corner in J.C. Jackson. And yeah, so Marte Mapu will get a ton more touches, or a ton more snaps. And Tyreek Hill makes a crazy catch because Jalen Petrie would not come up. So 18 yards to Tyreek. Man, I liked that play too because I was reading it well, but didn't read it good enough. Achan gets a flag. I believe it'll be holding. I'm going to accept this because I'd rather face a 1st and 20 than a 2nd and 10. Oh, 1st and 18. Okay. Because odds are they won't gain 8 yards, but now I'm probably going to jinx it. Duggar, I read that quicker. I know they like to do those like quick check downs a lot on those underneath routes like they did Jalen Waddle right there. So, alright, let's get a pick again. And Laviska Shenault somehow hangs on, even though I smoked him. Alright, moving you up. 3rd and 6. And Jalen Waddle is out of bounds. They're gonna turn the ball over again. Thomas Morstead, Saints legend. We almost block it, but Morstead will pin us not even inside the 20. That's great. And here's Juju, 500 yards on the year. Not bad. Dorsey's actually, I think, our best returner. Or receiver, not returner. Ramondre up the middle. He's out of the negatives now. 14 yards on 4 rushes. And that touchdown, obviously. Sutherland makes the tackle. Don't ask me who Sutherland is. I'm pretty sure he's computer generated, but I could be wrong. Oh, that's a terrible play. I wanted to throw Juju, but he collided with whoever their outside corner was, and it completely screwed us. So we're going to do an edge rush. Hopefully we can gain a single yard. We're cutting it up the middle. Ramondre's going to break a tackle and get the first. Averaging 4 yards per carry so far. I'm going to give him a ton of touches. I say that as I choose a pass play. We'll switch it to a rush. Ramondre gains 5. He tried firing deep for Stevenson. I'm being way too aggressive, man. I just need to run the ball. Instead, we are punting with Bryce Behringer. Just send it as far as you can, Bryce, because they're going to block us perfectly, probably. Nope. That's a great return. Ethan Carter, our fullback, makes the tackle. And here we go. Oh my gosh, I read it again with Kyle Duggar. They tried firing for Laviska Shenault again, and Kyle Duggar has his second pick of the game. Wow. 2 picks in the first quarter by Kyle Duggar. And now Dorsey's breaking tackles. Dorsey broke off a Jalen Ramsey tackle of all people, and that's going to end the quarter. Interesting game so far. We have 2 picks. The Dolphins' 3 drives are 2 interceptions by Kyle Duggar and a punt. Our 2 drives we've had were a touchdown and a punt, but the next play was an interception, so it didn't even matter. Stevenson runs for 7. I'm very confused on what's happening. I mean, I'm going to take it because I love that we're beating a division rival that smoked us last time we played them. But at the same time, I'm very confused on how we're doing this. As Mario Douglas underneath makes a great catch. We're going to try read option with Stevenson. We're going to take it with Mack. Mack up the sideline. He's got blocks. Get out of bounds, Mack. 10 yards. That's a great job, Mack. Elite level rushing from our big boy. 3 tight ends on the right side. We're going to run left anyway. If you hold a block, Juju, we have a touchdown. And look at that. Ramondre Stevenson in for the 2nd time this game. And we are up 2 touchdowns on the Dolphins already. I don't know. I think Kyle Duggar needs another interception. Don't you guys think so? A-Chain runs for 6. If they keep doing that, they might actually have a chance. If they keep throwing the ball, I don't know. Duggar's kind of electric right now. They do a counter run with A-Chain. And that's a big gain. I mean, I'm still fine with it, though. It's better than Tyreek burning us down the field. So we're sending a minor blitz. They run it again with A-Chain. They must have heard me, man. Because there's no way they would run it 3 straight drives. Unless they've just actually processed that they can't throw the ball. Boogie Basham in coverage again. I'm scared. It's going to be a pass. Laviska Shenault makes the catch, and that's probably a horse collar by Boogie Basham, but whatever. Laviska Shenault has 4 targets. 2 of them have been interceptions. The other 2 are catches for 19 yards. And my hit stick doesn't work. That's a touchdown, Devon A-Chain. Ramondre Stevenson, 8 rushes for 39 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's some good stats so far. We're trying to end a 3-game losing streak against the Bills, I don't remember what the second team was, and then the Browns. Oh, the Bills, the Jets, and then the Browns. I'm still mad we lost that Jets game. If I didn't turn the ball over 4 times on the first 4 drives, we would have won. But we're going to try a pass. Looking for Dorsey. He gets hit before the ball gets there, but they're not going to call anything. We're going to look for Thomas, though, and he's open. Thomas, first down. Jones, I'm trying to keep your completion percentage over 500. Stop ruining it. I need you to complete some passes. I do wish they would stop giving me the same plays over and over again, though. Gets a little annoying, you know. We're going to put Thomas on a streak. Ooh, that was almost a pick. Thank you for getting your hands on it, Dorsey. But once again, like I said, Mac Jones, stop throwing bad passes. You are throwing 6 yards down the field, and you can't complete them. Stevenson is going to break a tackle and get another first. Man, Stevenson is just fighting really well. All right. Thomas is going on a streak. Mac. I was going to throw it to RB, but I knew it was going to be a bad idea, so I didn't throw it deep. 2-minute warning. And we are up by 7, and we get the ball at halftime. So I like where this is leading so far. I don't want to let up on the throttle, though. I want to keep scoring. Chris Thomas, crazy catch. And you bet we're going for this. You're going to run commit up the middle, but we're going to run it right up the middle. Try me. Ramondre gets stuffed because you guys cannot block. Dolphins ball. And Dolphins are probably going to score again and tie the game up. Laviska Shenault is apparently going to catch everything now. I can't call a play change. It wouldn't let me call an audible. I literally tried 3 times to call an audible and I couldn't. Now you're going to let me. Okay. Going underneath Shenault first, or not first, but 7 yards. And now we're not going to be able to stop them, really. They're going to have the momentum factor, even though they've thrown 2 picks this game. Tua has his superstar ability. Laviska Shenault makes another catch. What is happening? I'm going pass commit again. They're going to keep passing, so we need to score. Of course, he somehow blows off Marque Matu's tackle. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why you're showing Juju again. He has not had a single target since he showed that graphic last time. Underneath, Dorsey gains, 6? That's not bad. Oh, Mac has Juju if he can complete it. And Juju Smith-Schuster down the sideline. Juju is gone. Touchdown, Patriots. And I got the animation. I talk about it every time. If you put him in press coverage, you send him on a streak. If they get that animation, you will throw it. 9 times out of 10, they will catch it. Xavier Howard got torched, and no one could catch Juju, and he has a touchdown. And we break the tie. It is 21-14. That is somehow caught by Laviska Shenault. Doesn't matter, because we go to halftime. But there's no way Laviska Shenault catches that. We're still going to defend the outside rush. We get the ball at half. Nick Folk will kick it deep. Pat Pete will return it from about the 4. We're trying to complete the upset as John Mechie's hurt. That's not good. We traded him. He was involved in the Matthew Judon trade, and now he's hurt. So he has not made a single play for us, and it looks like he won't anyway. So Bruce Sternum, so concussion. Story of my life, man. Oh, Stevenson breaks a tackle. Otherwise, he was going backwards. 82 yards. Christian Wilkins made the tackle. I just like this rush. They're not going to commit to it this time. Blowing off Jalen Ramsey's tackle. Good play. Now let's see if they think we're going to run it again. They would commit if they think they're going to run. We're going to run. They don't commit for the rush. We're going to throw it. Dorsey is wide open. Dorsey runs a man over, Javon Holland, and a great play by Anthony Dorsey. Zach Ertz makes the catch, and we got a roughing the passer. Wow. Thanks for that, man. Zach Seiler gives us a 1st and goal from very close to the end zone, which means we're probably going to throw a pick. Nope. Anthony Dorsey touchdown. And our superstar receiver is now playing like a superstar. And we are up 2 scores on the Dolphins. Again, not the first time we won. Remember, we were up 14-0, and they came back and tied it. And then a crazy score at the end of the half. And then a big drive to start the half means we have the lead. Are they going to return this? They will. Hightower breaks Patrick Peterson's tackle. Will not break the second one. But, man, this offense scares me still. Tua still has the superstar ability enabled. Oh, no, Pat Pete, no. Pat, you had an interception right there. Hold up, what is Tua's ability? Because if Tua's ability is one where AI can't... I don't know what that is. Breaks first sack while in the pocket. Oh. Okay, that's not good. So Tua's going to be breaking sacks. Oh, great play. Jabril Peppers knocks it away. They're just trying to go deep now. And Tua's out of the zone now as well. 3rd and 10. Come on. No, Marte Mapu. And it's going to be a touchdown by Irv Smith. Marte Mapu doesn't animate. Ramondre, 52 yards away from 1,000 on the year. What if we do get it in this game? What would you do? 4 yards for Ramondre. He is 3 yards from 100. All right, looks like they're sending double safety blitz. And Demario Douglas catches it with Jalen Ramsey in coverage. Where's that smack talk now, Jalen? How do you like it? All right, I like this. If we get that animation again, you know where I'm throwing it. We don't get the animation, so I'm going to fire it for Ramondre Stevenson. He catches it out of the backfield. Huge play by Ramondre. And Sidney Sow is now out. We do not have a tackle or any starting guards. Cole Strange is out with a broken arm or whatever. Now Sidney Sow is out. So now we've got 2 backups. Except Antonio Mafi was supposed to be the backup at right guard, but he's also the backup at left guard, so I don't know who is playing at what position anymore. All right, they've got double teaming Dorsey right now, which means Chris Thomas firing it, end zone. Chris Thomas, touchdown. I didn't throw a bullet pass, and Chris Thomas gets open in the end zone, and both of our first-round draft picks, or both of our top offensive draft picks, get touchdowns in this game. And once again, 2-touchdown lead. If we just keep going back and forth scoring, we can't lose. I don't want that to happen. I want to keep stopping them so we can keep destroying them. But if we have to, I'll keep scoring on you. I will run the score up. Try me. All right, looks like a rush. So we're going to move Petrie up. They're going to do an audible, but is it a fake audible? Moving to Dotson. It's a real audible. Man, Tua cannot complete any passes accurately. Big play by Tua. He's back in the zone somehow already. Oh, of course you're gonna break a tackle. Oh, I switched off of Petrie thinking I could get a hit after thinking I couldn't get a hit stick, and he had a chance. So that's on me. Ooh, Jabril Peppers might have a pick here. Tua misses Tyreek wide open. Tua's deep passing stats must be bad, which he can deep pass in real life sometimes, but clearly does not look like it in the game. Achane does a juke, otherwise he had a first down if he doesn't do that juke. And are they out of field goal range? They're going to punt. Wow. Great play by our entire defense, really. As they're going to do a fake. Alec Ingold just had a huge play. You've got to be joking. What does he got to do to get in the zone? Two 5-yard passing plays. Cordell Goodwin picks it off. Another one of our top draft picks with another big play. Cordell Goodwin, his first career interception. What a play. And we're going to watch this replay. I thought it was going to be a run, so I bring Petrie up, and I'm like, okay. And then Ingold lays a perfect block. I think he's going to, if he throws a check down right here to, what is this, Irv Smith, it might be a first down, maybe even a touchdown. But look at Cordell Goodwin. See this throw. Go in front of Hill and pick it off. Wow. Man. All right, now we can start burning some clock. Obviously, we can't end the game on this drive, as Christian Wilkins is hurt. One of their best defensive players. And that's big. That means we can keep running the ball. We're going to run right again. Runs for 3 more. And now I think we got to pass. Douglas underneath, maybe. And Douglas gets the first. Demario Douglas has been pretty sure-handed. He had 1 drop earlier in the game, but he's been covered by Jalen Ramsey, and he has 3 catches on Ramsey. Elite. As there's Douglas, or Dorsey, I mean. And Dorsey almost gets the first. As we head to the 4th quarter, we are leading by 2 touchdowns, and we have the ball. Wow, this is great gameplay. And if we win this game, we upset the team that's leading the division right now. That's pretty big. Stevenson breaks 2 tackles. This is the most touches I think he's had in a single game since we took over in the series. And we're going to keep giving it to him, man. If he wants to keep breaking off 10-yard rushes. Don't forget that Stevenson started with like a negative 3-yard rush. And he's still going, chugging for these big gains. As we're going to screen pass, Stevenson waits on it and gets the first. Mac over 250 yards. Big play.
Throwing on first down. Jones flush to his right.
Ramondre is open. Mac just threw up a toss-up, and Terrell Edmonds is just lost. And Ramondre has an easy first down. As Raheem Mostert's in, we're going to try and run it with him. And Raheem Mostert has a touchdown against his old team. And we're just kind of scoring left and right now. Are we going to destroy the Dolphins? This would be a major upset. Because the Dolphins are 5 or 6-1, and we are 3-4. 3-game losing streak too. We were 3-1 at one point. Laviska Chenault's obviously going to put up tons of yards because they're just going to keep throwing check downs because that's what Tua does. Check down Merchant. Irv Smith, big play. Man, if you just want to keep throwing those, I don't care. We're up by 3 touchdowns on you. Every time we get the ball, just keep running the clock lower and lower, and then you guys are still not going to have enough time. Keeps him in bounds, too. Great tackle.
That one for 16 and another first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And Tua throws it end zone, and he is picked off for a 4th time. Christian Gonzalez, I talked about how he fell off a cliff, not getting any more picks. What do you know? He picks off Tua Tagovailoa. And now we can kind of just start running the ball. I might put on shoe clock, you know, just start vibing. Ramondre is going to get a bunch more touches probably. Put on shoe clock, start running the clock down. Left side run. Come on, Ertz, just for Taysom Hill, whoever that is. Ramondre breaking down field. Huge run for Ramondre Stevenson. He's a yard away from 150 now. We'll do a screen. So basically a run.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones setting up a screen for Stevenson.
Stevenson makes a man miss. And we will head to the points allowed, 3rd best points allowed. You've given up 42 to us. Man, that's pathetic. 2-minute warning. We're just running the clock out now. Game's basically over. Oh, what happened, Tyreek? You guys lose. I mean, even if we don't get this, it's not the end of the world. But we want to get it, and we're going to get it. Dorsey gets the first. All right, you guys aren't even going to call timeouts anymore? Maybe I'll have to try throwing first down. It was over a long time ago, but we want to keep scoring. Oh my gosh, Demario Douglas breaks a tackle and he's got a touchdown. And we are running the score up on the Dolphins. What a broken tackle by Demario Douglas, first of all. That's crazy. Look at this. He's wide open, makes the catch, bounces off Baker. Baker pushes him basically to the end zone and gets no one's there. Wow. Man, I saw that first pick by Kyle Duggar and I'm like, huh, maybe we might actually put up a fight against the Dolphins. And we're winning by 28. They scored 21 points. You think, oh, it's against the Patriots. They might actually have a good chance. No. We're up by 4 touchdowns on them, and we scored 7 touchdowns. That's crazy.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles,
Pretty much out of reach. You can say that again. Let's pick him off again.
With this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several.
Duggar almost has his third pick of the game. Man, this is just funny at this point. They're just going to keep pass committing because we know they've got to run passes. They're going to make a play change. If we get Trey Brown an interception, that'd be funny. Looking for Tyreek, incomplete. Petrie and Cardell Goodwin knock him out, as Goodwin is now disabled on the sideline. Interesting. 3rd and 10. As big play by Laviska Shenault. That's something at least. They're not even going to call timeouts or run hurry up. They're just giving up.
On play action, here's Tua.
You going to call a timeout? Nope, you're going to let the game run out. Okay, that's not up to me. What a game. We were on a 3-game losing streak. You'd think, wow, we're facing one of the best teams in the league. We're probably not going to win. If you looked at this score, you'd think the Dolphins scored 49. But no, we did. After trading away all of our players, we traded away Jawan Bentley, Matthew Judon. Who else did we trade away? Mike Gesicki, J.C. Jackson. Who would have thought we would get better? If Tua doesn't throw those extra, like, 2 passes, like the 2 passes I gave him at the end, he would have less yards than Mac Jones. Who cares? Mac Jones, 350 yards and 4 touchdowns, no picks. Elite level. Ramondre, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 broken tackles. Mac Jones had 34 yards, Mostert 11 yards, and the touchdown. Receiving, Juju had 87 yards and a touchdown. Stevenson had 83 yards. Dorsey had 71 and a touchdown. Douglas had 62 and a touchdown. Thomas had 39 and a touchdown. Ertz had 8 yards. Also, I just want to shout out Dorsey. He didn't drop the ball. What world do we live in where Anthony Dorsey doesn't drop a ball? That is crazy. Also, Antonio Mafi, the backup guard, had 3 pancakes, didn't give up a sack. Same with Rasheed Walker, another backup. And Jake Andrews, another backup. Our entire left side of the line didn't give up any sacks, being some of the worst in the team. 7 tackles for Goodwin and Petrie. 5 for Duggar, 4 for Peppers, 3 for Peterson and Mapu. 1 TFL, and that was for Jordan Davis, no sacks. 2 picks for Kyle Duggar. 1 for Gonzalez. 1 for Goodwin. Pass deflections for Stevenson, apparently. Dorsey, apparently. Those are on, like, toss-ups where they just knocked it down to avoid them getting picked. Petrie had a pass deflection. No forced fumbles, no fumble returns, no blocks, no safeties, no touchdowns. What a game. That is crazy. So, a crazy game. As, obviously, Anthony Dorsey is going to get an upgrade. Why wouldn't he? Anthony Dorsey's been playing amazing. He's up to an 81 now. Gets another ability slot. Does he get any better abilities? Oh, he does. What do we want to give him? Short out elite, because that's good for his, what's it called? Honestly, I might give him short out and short in, so then he can catch all those short passes that we like to throw him, that he drops all the time. So, yeah. Crazy, crazy game as one more injury. Cole Strange out for 4 weeks. Oh, my gosh. Whatever. Yeah, crazy game. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed that one, because I know I sure did. As, yeah, Ramondre Stevenson leads the league in rushing once again. And, man, we played amazing that game. I don't know what to say about how we beat that, but we're better than the Bills for some reason. And we get another Thursday night football game. How many more are we going to have? Yeah. That's something. It'll be us versus the Bills in Buffalo, so that'll be great. But that'll be for next episode. So, guys, if you enjoyed, which I hope you did because that was a great game, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll be back for the next game as soon as possible. Hopefully, I can get all these edited because I've just recorded the last 3 games in a row. Thankfully, I got to end it on a win for once because usually my recording sessions end on a loss. But other than that, thanks for the support, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.